Hey everyone, Paul here from Mr. Parts, and today we're going to give you a quick overview of the new Proflow Billet twin pump fuel carrier. Alright, so this is the carrier. So you've obviously got space for your two pumps here, any 38mm pumps like your Walbro, Proflow pumps, Deutschwerks, Aeromoti, things like that. Two pumps, two of the inlets, the outlets here for both pumps. And then there's a return port which just falls straight back here and returns the fuel, as you can see, right back to where the base is, so right where the filters are, which is great. The pumps are both also split power here, so you can run one pump all the time and you can stage the second pump, which is great because if you don't need to have all that fuel supply all the time, all it's going to do is run the pumps hot, and hot fuel isn't great. So that's great, you can stage the pumps. Also here you've got a filler neck, so if you do mount this in a fuel cell, for example, this can be your fill point as well. So yeah, great unit. You can also custom mount it anything you want, basically, as long as you make that pattern. And they're also designed for the ST8 5-litre surge tanks that Proflow sells. So we'll check out how it sits there in those surge tanks now. Alright, so here they are, the Proflow ST8 5-litre surge tank. You'll see it's got a range of inlets and outlets on the side here, so it can be used for other carriers and that, but we've got the Proflow Billet carrier in it here. So you would have something like your pump feeds and your return here. You could also have, if this is something, maybe you might be running two Walbro fuel pumps in here, some of the big 460 litre an hour pumps that need a lot of fuel supply. You might run twin feeds into this surge tank. Provision here basically for two lift pumps, and then you've also got an overflow back to your main fuel tank. And what I love most about these setups is their simplicity, basically. So in this entire vessel you've got one or two fuel pumps, in-tank fuel pumps. Your filters are also contained in here. There's nothing external, and also because the pumps are submerged in fuel, it means that the noise that these large electric fuel pumps often make is suppressed quite a bit, so they're actually a lot quieter to run, which is quite a big thing when you've got a daily driven high performance car. You don't want to hear the noise of electric pumps screaming out the back of the car all the time. So that's another bonus to this. But you'll look over here, it's a pretty common setup of a couple of 044 pumps. So you've got a surge tank, two 044s. What you've also got to remember, normally you'd have check valves, more fittings here, a couple of fuel filters, maybe a few Y blocks and things like that. So you can see that how big that setup would be versus just this box here, basically, a surge tank with everything contained inside of it. So another great offset of it is the space, basically. I mean, it takes up half the space that this sort of setup will, and not only that, it's far more cost effective because the pumps already have their own filters. You're going to cut down on the fittings that you need as well, and yeah, the pumps are actually a lot more affordable than most of the 044s. And when you compare them to something like these Walbro 460 litre an hour pumps, I mean, two of these pumps basically will flow pretty much the equivalent of three of these Bosch 044s. So yeah, there's really no downside to going to a setup like this. This is what everyone's going for these days, and we sell plenty of them because of that reason. We love them. We're fitting them to most customer cars these days, and we're selling plenty of them to our customers also. Alright, so there you have it, the Proflow ST8 surge tank and the CA003 Billet twin pump carrier. Perfect solution to anyone doing late model fuel system upgrades or converting to EFI, just upgrade that they needed. You can use one, you could use just a simple 255 litre Walbro single pump, or you can use 340 litre an hour pumps, or even twin 460 litre an hour pumps for those really big heavy E85 demands. So before you set up your next fuel system, just drop us a message on Facebook or an email, and we'll sort out exactly what you need to get going. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.